It's a 4-point lead for Boston College over Columbia. We've talked about the inexperience in both of these teams and having to replace a lot of scoring, particularly for Columbia. You see 5 freshmen, 3 sophomores, but let's remember those 3 sophomores did not play college basketball last year either.
Right, the Ivy League rules, you'd have to unenroll in school in order to retain your first-year status, so those sophomores have never played either, just like you say, so it's really so many newcomers, but they've done a nice job, and I think we've seen this out of the Ivy League when you look across the league this year. I think there's been higher ceiling moments than we might have expected from some of these teams coming back having not played last year, because really it's completely unprecedented, right? We just don't know how some of these teams are going to react. And we've seen some moments where teams have struggled a little bit, and I think that's going to continue as this year carries on.
And some of the big wins include Dartmouth over Georgetown, a Dartmouth team that played Boston College here earlier this year. Princeton beat Oregon State last week as well. McLean driving in, lost it out of bounds. He'll stick with Columbia. Mentioned the line's already down Ike Nweke, at least for a couple more weeks, the big man and key piece on this team. They're dealing with some foul trouble to 2 other big men today, both Patrick Harding and Jake Kavarov, 2 6'9" centers. Each have picked up 2 fouls in this first half. Both are out of the game at the moment.
And obviously important when Boston College is rebounding as well as they have been already in this game. Already are, as we talked about, +7 on the boards.
Noah Robledo getting himself to the free throw line, continuing his impressive turn off the bench.
Yeah, he really has had a big impact on this game. That time, good drive to the basket, getting it against 2.
Foul goes on Jaden Zachary, his first, only the 3rd on the Eagles. Free throws for Robledo, who is 7 of 8, now 8 of 9 from the line in his college career. He scored 6 points already today, nearly halfway to his career high of 14, which came in the best win of the year for Columbia, win over Binghamton. The win itself, maybe not necessarily all that impressive on paper. The way they won that game, particularly impressive. We're down 16 points late in the second half. Closed the game on a 16-0 run to force overtime and then dominated the overtime section.
Yeah, pretty incredible. They also had a big comeback against Lehigh last time out. Ended up not being able to finish it off. But they have shown an ability to go on some runs.
On a bit of a run here. They were down 12-2. Since then, they've outscored Boston College 20-12. Tough shot, and it goes from Makai Ashton Langford. He scored 6, second most for the Eagles. Robledo going right back to the hoop, and he's to the free throw line again. This feels like a coming out party for Noah Robledo.
Yeah, certainly has been. I mean, they are really riding in. Let's look at the Boston College offensive end first. Makai Ashton Langford, really difficult shot, but gets it up and in. And then on the other end, Robledo, originally was just his shooting really well. Now he's just driving the ball to the basket.
Foul on Makai Ashton Langford. It's his 2nd, and he'll come out of the game. Brevin Galloway takes his spot. DeMar Langford also entering. He'll replace Kanye Jones. Free throw line miss for Robledo. Average close to 20 points, 7 rebounds a game as a high school junior. Did not get a high school senior season. So he scored 8 today. It's a 3-point Boston College lead. Numbers are eerily similar. Both teams shooting between 44 and 43%. Only big advantage for Boston College here has been the rebounding, where the Eagles have dominated the glass, +7. Robledo got his hand on that Langford shot to block it. And here comes Geronimo Rubio de la Rosa, full speed ahead. That's turned over. Ended up going off the knee of Liam Murphy and out. So Columbia turns it over for the 4th time.
Boy, Columbia's been active defensively here. They've made things difficult at the rim, especially for DeMar Langford. And unfortunately for them, turned it over, but they've done a nice job in this game defensively, hanging in.
Langford hasn't yet snapped out of that funk that's lasted the past 3 games after he's really hot start over the first 3 games. Just the 4 points on 1 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line. Got it again. And works it inside to the captain, Karnick. Captain Canada comes up short on the layup. Learn more about Karnick and his family's background at halftime today. Rubio de la Rosa ties the game at 26. That's 7 for Geronimo Rubio de la Rosa, and after they fell behind 12-2, Columbia's come all the way back to tie it. Jaden Zachary lost it. Columbia thought it went off his shin. It'll stick with the Eagles.
Here's the outlet run, again off of the miss, and then why not? He was open up, takes it, Columbia is shooting 47% in this ballgame.
Frederick Scott at Rubio, kick it back out. Here's Scott, wants it again. 0 for 3 from downtown, but he follows his miss. Give the credit to Karnick there on a good tip deflection. Boston College now just 9 of 24 from the floor. That's a touch foul on Josh Odunowu, his first, and the 7th on Columbia. So DeMar Langford to the line for a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity.
Well, Columbia right now, because they've been able to get to the rim, they haven't had a ton of attempts from the floor. I mean, we're with 4:51 remaining in this first half, and Columbia has only had 4 attempts from the floor over the last basically 4 minutes of game time. But they've knocked down 3 of them. They're 8 of their last 14, shooting 57% after starting just 1 of 5.
Let's expand on that conversation we had earlier about, for the first time in his career, DeMar Langford is the focal point of the offense. I mean, you can even go back to his days at Brewster Academy before Boston College. Obviously, that Brewster Academy team is chock full of talent, so he wasn't the only focal point on that team. Kadari Richmond, who played at Syracuse and then at Seton Hall now on that squad, as well as a couple other Division I prospects. So this is the first time where he has been the guy you circle at the very top of the scouting report. Though Brevin Galloway is going to hope to take some of that load as well. There's the second three-pointer today for Galloway in his return from injury.
Yeah, I think he really has a chance to be a huge addition, you could say, just because he's missed so much time at the beginning of the season. Because Boston College's ability to run that half-court offense, when you can put a three-point threat out there like Galloway, it makes such a difference to what the defense has to guard against when they're defending BC.
Again, everybody else is learning a system that Galloway's played his entire career as well. Liam Murphy from the logo! Columbia is red hot right now. They've made 5 of their last 6.
Just shooting the lights out of the building. What a shot. And these have not been easy looks either.
So dead even, 3:30 to go first half. Scott. Karnick trying to use that size advantage. Good move, missed it. Langford on the follow, draws the foul. Well, it's turned into a bit of a shooting gallery here over the last few minutes. First, it was Brevin Galloway. That was deep. You want deep. How about Liam Murphy from the Boston College logo to tie it at 29?